Well, it's National I Don't Care Day, as you could probably tell from the 500 o'clock shadow that I'm sporting right now. It's 3:50. I just looked at the clock because I like to cheat the system, and I've done absolutely nothing today. Well, I'll take that back. Actually, I was on Skype last night. Well, or should I say early this morning with Ashley until like 4 o'clock in the morning, just talking randomness, and that was fun. And I'm gonna walk through the house a little bit. Sorry, but then I woke up at like 11:30, which is very strange because usually I wake up like 8 or 9 in the morning, and I'm all ready to start the day and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, I guess is what they call it. But today I just didn't feel like doing anything. Yes, Bruno Mars. It's like the Lazy song, except not as bad. I didn't feel like doing anything today, so I didn't. And now I have successfully not eaten lunch yet because I'm waiting for the O Show to come on. And I don't even know if it'll be posted today. I haven't even got any indication if it'll be posted today, but I have to wait for it. I kind of got this thing. I listen to podcasts when I eat my meals. And I'm going to take care of this real quick. There we go. Shake with me, folks. Anyway, so I cleaned the house today, and I was bored, so I cleaned the house, and it snowed. You can tell, or if you went outside, because it's nice and, I don't know if it's really warm, because I haven't really been outside yet, but it looks nice, and it looks like a spring day. I mean, the remnants of snow, the dusting we got last night, totally gone. So if you didn't know any better, the snow is pretty much eliminated. So that's the deal with the weather here. I have talked to AJ today. I said I wouldn't really talk to anyone, and I'm pretty much not. Actually, I've stayed off of Facebook and Twitter. And hold on, this is driving me insane. Put this such a ginormous pain to do this. But hold on. Come on, stupid thing. You know what? Forget it. I'll figure it out later. So, I was trying to put my, hold on. There we go. Awesome. Trying to put my sweeper back together from when I dumped out the, container that has all the dust and nastiness. But, couldn't really do it with one hand, but I worked with it long enough, and sure enough, it worked out just fine. So, right now, let me walk around a little bit. Today's plan, tomorrow, wow, God, it's been a really long day. Give me a break, people, you know, I understand. Anybody that knows me, give me a break for today. For being kind of dumbfounded and absent-minded today. Messing with it. Okay, here we go. Now, basically, tomorrow's plans is set in stone now. AJ is on the recovery route, so that means that we are plans everything for tomorrow. I called Regal, talked to Alan, and basically didn't really talk to Alan, just got my schedule so I could find out if I was coming in on Saturday or Friday. And sure enough, nope, don't work again on Saturday. So tomorrow's the movie day. We're going to start off with A Good Day to Die Hard. And then we're going to go pretty much right into... Actually, no, I'll reverse that. God, it's been a long week. We're going to start with Safe Haven, then we're going to go into A Good Day to Die Hard. We've got about an hour and a half, hour 40 minutes to kill between that and Beautiful Creatures. And then after that, we're going to watch Escape from Planet Earth in 3D, of course, because the regular version of it is not available past 7 o'clock because it's sharing with Zero Dark 30. So that's going to be the only option, and that's what we're going to do. But, haven't broken into the ice cream yet. I need to do that later. And, I've been basically just doing nothing all day long. I didn't sleep in or anything like that. Well, I kinda did, but it was only because I was tired. And, now I'm trying to put my trash can back together here. Come on, you stupid thing. Anyway, problem solved. Now, so, tomorrow's plans is good to go. Now, tonight, TNA Impact, I'm actually going to watch it live, which will be awesome, because I don't ever get to do that. And then after that, I'm probably going to join TNA Chat Live so I could talk to everyone in the chat and listen to Bronx live, and hopefully the Trade Dog will be on as well. So I'm going to do that. Tomorrow, because of me getting out of the movie in about midnight, I'll probably miss the start of the open book, but there's a good possibility I'll still be able to be there live. So that's the SNS Radio Network steez for the day. And today, actually, I do have something I want to talk about. Once again, no, you're not going to get any rants from me, no shoots from me. I'm not going to talk about this day because it's just another Thursday. I'll keep telling myself that. Anyway, so I've got the house clean, so that's good. Laundry's done, that's fine. The pump is regulated, that's fine. So I'm going to talk Elimination Chamber now, actually. And I gotta find the matches here. We'll go to 4 down here, because that's a usual good way to do it here. 4 down's fun. I like making bold predictions, and ones that probably won't happen, but I think with my heart more than my head when it comes to wrestling, so I'm going to go with my heart instead of my head here, because there's a lot of things that could happen, that should happen, that won't, and a lot of things that shouldn't happen that will. So we'll get to that in a minute. Now we'll go to Elimination Chamber, and we'll start with the match. Let's see what the last thing on here is. Alright, it doesn't even have that match on here. So, let's see if WWE has listed it. Apparently there's going to be a Divas title match between Caitlyn and Tamina Snuka that was added recently. I think it might have been added on SmackDown. I don't know because I didn't watch SmackDown. I DVR it every week, but I never watch it. I don't know why. I might just want to take it off the DVR because there's no reason to have it on there. So, pretty much just doing that for no reason. And I think it was added on SmackDown. I'm not positive, but it sounds right. Caitlyn got the belt basically because Eve Torres left the company. And I would say you put the belt on Tamina Snuka, but there's only one problem with that. There's no contenders that are built up either way. So I think a safe bet would probably be to keep the belt on Caitlyn. I would like to see Tamina Snuka win it, and then who's she defend against? She has rematches with, obviously she has rematches with Caitlyn. The right answer is Natalya Neidhart, but she's too busy being the Punjabi princess right now. WWE, will you ever learn that it's not a good idea to take the best women's wrestler on your current roster and make her a mere valet and a part of the 2013 version of the Oddities in the group with Kali and Hornswoggle? Hopefully, if this fails, Hornswoggle will be fired because he needs to leave. I don't like Hornswoggle. I never have. And pretty much his novelty wore off with Fit Finlay leaving the company. And the stuff with Chavo was just ridiculously bad. And I don't like Hornswoggle at all. So Mark Henry squashing him on Raw Monday night was awesome to me because I don't like Hornswoggle and I don't want to see him on television. Kali is an attraction at best. So I just get them all off my television. Let Natalya Neidhart contend for the Divas Championship, or just get rid of the division. I mean, honestly, you're not doing anything with it. Unless you want to decide to bring in Sarah Del Rey, either as herself or under a mask, that'd be fine. We're going to bring Paige in from NXT. I mean, you want to sign some more indie divas to come and work as wrestlers, that would be fine. But as it stands right now, the Divas division in such disarray, it's not even funny. So I say Caitlyn retains is going to be the smart bet. If it was me, I would put the belt on Tamina Snuka and have her face Natty for it. So that's what I would do if it was up to me. But obviously, it's not up to me. Never is. Now, I believe... Actually, there it is. I was looking for it. There's going to be a match for the United States Championship. The very European Antonio Cesaro going to be taking on The Miz. And Cesaro and The Miz are having a great feud right now. It looked like it was put on the back burner, but with SmackDown, it was pretty much brought back into the foreground once again. Now, pretty much, I'm a fan of both superstars, as everyone knows. I wear my Miz stuff proudly, and I will purchase this Antonio Cesaro shirt when it comes out. But, all that said, it's not time for the Miz to get his win yet. It's going to take a lot to get Cesaro his comeuppance, and I think you haven't invested enough time into this feud for it to end yet. So the end result is going to be Cesaro retaining. I think that's a smart bet, and I think it's the right bet. And I think, notwithstanding what happened in Springfield with CM Punk and The Miz and his basically giving Punk the brainbuster instead of a vertical suplex, accidents do happen in wrestling, and I know for a fact accidents do happen in wrestling because I accidentally caused one time, and I felt really bad about it, but luckily I did not end the wrestler's career, and he went on to much, much better things. So, accidents do happen, and there's no heat on The Miz that I can foresee. However, maybe he won't be getting pushed like I thought it was going to be. I think Cesaro for the win without any question, and I think after he goes through The Miz, it's time for him to move on. Now, I would like to see him and Wade Barrett both get elevated to the upper echelon of the WWE. I know it will happen, I just don't know exactly when it will happen. And don't forget, there's always Damian Sandow, who's got a rocket strapped to him that you can put something with as well. But maybe his stock is dropping, but I don't see it because he's awesome in the ring. And great on the mic. So Cesaro wins without any question. Not time for The Miz to win. The only way I see The Miz winning this is a countout or disqualification. So there's always that. We're talking about the team of Albert and Brodus Clay against, I guess they're called the Monsters of Funk, is what Brodus Clay said on his Twitter account. Monsters of Funk against the reteaming of the Rhodes Scholars. Now, speaking of Damian Sandow. So, Mustachio and the Beard, as I like to call them, they were supposed to be split up, and they said they split up and they were going to remain friends. Well, they put them back together for the pre-show, and I don't really know why. Probably because you don't have any credible tag teams to go and face them, because you already squashed Epico and Primo on Raw, so you really can't do anything with them. And for the most part, I don't mind this. It is definitely going to be Brodus Clay and Albert to win this match. Lord Tensei, Lord Fatass, whatever you want to call him, Matt Bloom, Giant Bernard, whatever you want to call him, he is definitely reverting back to the hip-hop hippo. And, I don't have a problem with that, because I think he could be a very credible babyface. And right now, he's doing and proving just that, especially on the house show matches he's had lately. But the weird feud he's got with Alex Riley on house shows now, one-sided feud, basically just squash it all day long. But, miss you, Daniel. But the thing is, I miss your presence on the O Show, obviously. And hopefully he will return on episode 300, but we'll talk about that later. And I want to see the Flatliners! So, Solomon Burns need to return as well. Same with Rico Montana. And possibly Sebastian Suave. And I'm really curious about this week's O Show because they're going to say what happened with Frank Ferrante. Apparently, he's not welcome back on the show, and I really want to find out why. So, that's another thing I'm looking forward to about the O Show. But this is all around the boards right here. I'll talk about everything right now. So that's a given win right there. Mustachio and the Beard are going to lose to the Monsters of Funk, and that's not a problem because the Rhodes Scholars, they're trying to not really devalue their team, but they're basically trying to, I can't say de-push them. Basically, they're trying to relegate them to singles wrestlers, and that's what they should be. I don't have a problem with them being singles wrestlers because that's what they should be in the first place. You should be pushing both Cody and Damian Sandow completely as singles wrestlers on SmackDown. I think it'll work really well. But you got one last hurrah against the Monsters of Funk, and I don't see them winning. You got to push the new team. So Albert and Clay are over. Now, let's talk about more stuff on the show as I read on 4 Down. Where are we? Alright, next. Super Cena, Roydberg, and Sheamus against the Shield. Now, I know a lot of people probably don't like the fact that I'm so hard on Ryback. I do not like him. It's not anything personal against Ryan Reeves, and I really didn't like Skip Sheffield either. So, Ryback's basically being forced down my throat, like with Goldberg, but with Goldberg, when it comes down to it, honestly, I ended up somewhat liking him. I never respected him, but somewhat liking him at the end, even though The Apprentice made me respect him a little bit more. But, I don't really like Ryback, and it's going to be a while before I get to. Hopefully WWE can change my mind. I think they might be able to, but you got to do something else with him. And God, don't let him talk. Do not let him talk. It's just stupid. So, the right answer in this match is put the Shield over, because like with Aces and Eights, they're not winning matches. They're menacing and they're still causing chaos and havoc everywhere, but they're not winning matches. I know that it's not always the point to get someone over, but it works sometimes. And the fact that you wouldn't have Cena and Sheamus and Ryback lose right before WrestleMania, would you? And I was like, yes, I would. The Shield needs to win. They need to win this match. And I think the pinfall needs to happen. Well, I think it should. It's probably, if they win, I think it's going to happen on Sheamus. But that's probably what they're going to go with. But I think you just need to just go balls to the wall and have like Dean Ambrose pin Cena. And it's like, it doesn't really do anything. Doesn't devalue John Cena to lose to Dean Ambrose. Ambrose is gold in every single way possible, and he's a future superstar and already on his way. So it doesn't devalue Cena to lose to a member of the Shield. It could be 3-on-1. They could just isolate Cena completely, like knock Ryback and Sheamus out of the picture, like make it so they can't do anything, and then just decimate Cena. And then, of course, you would think that the Shield would win. So I think the Shield is over, and that's going to be my no guts, no glory here. I think the Shield is over with Ambrose pinning Cena. And that's what should happen. But if WWE wants to be lazy, then they'll have pretty much a repeat of Monday Night with 3MB and have the Super Team go over. Not a good idea either way. The number one contenders to the Elimination Chamber. We've got Kane, we have Daniel Bryan, we have Jack Swagger, we have Mark Henry, and Randy Orton. Randy Orton's not winning this. The Randy Orton-Sheamus match that they've been talking about for weeks, that was let out that it was going to happen at Mania. It's what they wanted for the World Heavyweight title. There's not much of a way to do that right now. Excuse me. You've got the World Heavyweight title on Alberto Del Rio. And both Randy Orton and Sheamus are babyfaces, so unless you want to change them in the chamber, which could work, you're not going to have this match. Unless Orton and Sheamus end up eliminating each other, and then that's how they can have their match. They don't need to have the world title on the line, and I don't think they will. Now, I want Daniel Bryan to win this, obviously, because of personal reasons. But Bryan and Kane will eliminate each other. And then you have Jake Hager. I'm sorry to call him by his real name, but he's acting so much like his old self, it's not even funny. You have Jack Swagger, you have Mark Henry, and you have Chris Jericho. All signs point to Jericho winning this, and I think Jericho is my win. I don't know how they're going to get rid of Mark Henry. I think maybe a cop-out, like an RKO out of nowhere, or Kane eliminates him. Just something to get him out of the ring. I don't see him winning. It's going to come down... I think it comes down to Jericho and Orton, personally. But, I mean, Swagger losing, and he's not really started his momentum yet with the stuff that they're doing with Dutch Mantel, the Zeb Coulter stuff, which I really appreciate. It's really awesome to see a manager, especially for Swagger, because he's not really good on the mic because of his lisp. And that's not bad. I mean, he's okay for what he is, but with his lisp, it's kind of detrimental to him, and a lot of people don't take him seriously. But with a mouthpiece, especially a mouthpiece like Dutch Mantel, it's going to help his career exponentially. So I say we come down to Jericho and Randy Orton. You think your Orton's going to win. Jericho hits a code breaker and wins it. So Jericho wins. And I say he's going to face Alberto Del Rio for the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania. And after the match, Ziggler cashes in, and we got a new World Heavyweight Champion twice in one night. So not only is Jericho going to get the belt back, he's actually going to get the belt back and then lose it right away to Ziggler. So we can propel that feud throughout the summer and probably a blow-off at SummerSlam before Jericho goes back on the road with Fozzy, which is my prediction right there. So, speaking of Alberto Del Rio, Big Show and Alberto Del Rio for the World Heavyweight title. Show's not winning, sorry. Del Rio's winning. He's got way too much fire going into this, and I think that this is a good point after the match. After he beats Show, I think Jack Swagger comes out and jumps Del Rio, and we start their program leading towards Mania. So I think Alberto Del Rio and Jack Swagger is the match I'd go with for WrestleMania. Big Show will just go on to other things. I can't say bigger and better things in this case. I think what you do with the Big Show, you put him on SmackDown. Get him off Raw completely. Put him on, even though the brand extension doesn't mean anything anymore. But put him on SmackDown. And you could. That's the problem right now. I mean, he's stale on SmackDown. He hasn't really done much. And you move the Big Show to Raw. Not full time, but I mean, you move the Big Show to Raw and you start feuding it with Ryback. And I think that'd be a really good idea. Or you do a rehash of his feud with Mark Henry. You could possibly do that on SmackDown. Want to do that? So, I mean, there's the direction to go with it. And we get to our main event of the evening, which will not... Oh, by the way, Money in the Bank's not getting cashed in at the Elimination Chamber. I'll say it right now. Now, the main event of the evening is CM Punk and The Rock for the WWE Championship. Now, here's the thing. Now, the end game is John Cena and The Rock at WrestleMania. It's going to happen, folks. It's going to have to. And I thought this was what would happen at Royal Rumble. So, I'm going to go out on a limb. And there's two ways this could go. There's three ways, actually, this could go. I'm going to go with the most obvious way to go. Rock wins, no problem. That's 4 ways to go, actually. We'll go with this. Rock wins, no problem. And Heyman ends up costing Punk the match. And maybe Punk turns on Heyman on Raw, and then Lesnar attacks Punk, and we've got Punk and Lesnar at WrestleMania, which is what they want to do anyway, so that's not a problem. 2, you have The Rock win, and The Rock wins because CM Punk is about to finish off The Rock with Go to Sleep, the lights go out, you hear the dong, and Punk is distracted enough, rock bottom, 1, 2, 3. We set up Punk and Undertaker at WrestleMania. That's fine. 3, you're completely off the boards. You've already set up the count-out disqualification. So, you have The Rock lose by count-out or disqualification. And Punk wins the title back. So, he goes on to say that we'll have the three-way match that people were not really wanting to have at Mania. But then again, it takes away from the once-in-a-lifetime, because once-in-a-lifetime was a singles match. To add Punk to it, it'd be a three-way, which would still make it once-in-a-lifetime. Or 4. Punk wins. Pinfall or no submission. Punk pins The Rock. And we lead up to Mania with Punk as the champion. And what we do is, you have Brock Lesnar cost The Rock the match and lay him out. So you got The Rock and Lesnar at WrestleMania. And then that would allow it to be Punk and Cena. No, that's not going to work. So gotta do something else with Lesnar, Triple H. Or, like I said, we could do the way that we were going to do, and we could lead up to Undertaker and Triple H against Punk and Lesnar tag match at WrestleMania with the streak on the line. So the fact if Triple H got pinned, the streak was over. So that's another way to do it, too. My heart is telling me to go with... My head is telling me to go with The Rock, without question. But there's a little something about that, and this could lead to the dissolution of the Paul Heyman group. This could lead to everything, like, falling down on Heyman and Punk, and basically leading to Lesnar and Heyman becoming a force again. But that'd make Punk a babyface, and he can do it. I know Lesnar as babyface is the wrong idea in complete ways, so that's a bad idea regardless. But Punk the babyface, it wouldn't be a problem. It could work. I mean, the fans want to cheer Punk, and they do. The fans want to hate Punk, and they do. So it's kind of like Cena. They're split right down the middle. So there is going to be interference regardless how you look at it. And I think Punk wins the title by disqualification. And you want to do some sort of dusty finish or something. If you want to change it, have them face each other on Raw. Have The Rock win it back if they want to do it that way. And then The Rock and Cena can have their match at Mania. So, yay, awesome. But my sinuses are killing me right now. So this has been a really interesting video. We've talked about random stuff, and we talked about the Elimination Chamber. Once again, quick programming note. Tomorrow we will be doing the TNA Impact recap. I will either do it really early in the morning or mid-afternoon, because we gotta leave at 1 o'clock to get to the theater on time to catch the 1:20 Safe Haven. So, to start the 4-day movie day. I mean, the 4-movie day. I didn't need to put the word day in there twice. But, so that's going to be the case for tomorrow. Saturday, I'm going to talk about Downtown Disney and Pleasure Island for Plus and Minus. And Sunday will be AJ's Weekend Movie Reviews. And then Monday, we're going to re-review what happened at the WGA. And obviously what happened in Elimination Chamber. So that's the plan for the rest of the couple days. Don't know what my schedule is. I would say it's probably not far from what it normally is. Work Saturday to Monday, Tuesday, and that'll be the end of it. So I'm going to get off here, and I'm going to try to find some food, and I am starving right now. And until tomorrow... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I totally forgot something. I want to tell you something. I'm really, really happy about it. Guys, I want to thank everyone real quick before I get off here about, for watching the videos, because as of this very moment, 4:15 p.m. on this Thursday afternoon, late afternoon, I have 2,148 views on the YouTube channel. So I hit 2,000 successfully, thanks to my mom's Locks of Love video. I hit 2,000, and now I'm propelling myself towards 2,200, hopefully before the weekend's out. And once again, thank you guys for watching. Tell your friends if you like the videos. If you don't like the videos, don't say anything. If you like the videos, you want to subscribe, you're more than welcome to subscribe. And if you want to follow me on social networks, on Twitter, you can find me on Twitter, you can find me on Facebook. I'm on Pinterest. I'm not on Instagram yet, but I'm working on that. And you can also find me on Skype. I'm on Skype as well. So it's basically real simple, Suro and Disney, pretty much everywhere you look at it. So I'm going to get off here. Once again, thank you for letting me hit over 2,000 views in less than 3 months, and I really appreciate that. Continue to watch. I'm going to continue to give you some more awesome content on this awesome YouTube channel. And until tomorrow, that's all I got to say about that.